Christian persecution in Nigeria. Of course, the news has been trending for the past how many days now? Like 3 or 4 days since Donald Trump, the USA president, talked about this issue of Christian persecution in Nigeria. This is brain of thought. Let's talk about this issue of crisis in Nigeria and how it actually affects me and you, and why I'm actually personally angry. I'm angry, of course, because right now some people are not even lending their voice to say, okay, this time around, it is high time for us to find a lasting solution to the crisis in Nigeria as regards the Christians. Okay, for example, today now, I read it in the news that the government actually said there was no Christian persecution, that what is actually happening has nothing to do with religion, of course. But if you look at it, where are these things happening? We talk about Plateau, Benue, Taraba. If you look at the region that these things are happening, you discover that it is actually Christian-dominated area. Of course, North Central has been in the news for long, and the crisis, it seems, is not ending anytime soon. Like the rate at which people are dying, like they are just dying like a flies. That is just one of the things that, if you look at it, you ask questions like why are we living in denial? Why are we okay? So let me read the news for you. Government FG insists US wrong on religion persecution claim. Of course, why will when you look at it, is the okay, good. The federal government has said the United States designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern over the alleged violation of religious freedom is based on a wrong persecution of country security challenge. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, stated that on Wednesday in Abuja while addressing journalists. Idris said US position stemmed from misrepresentation of misinformation about Nigeria's internal security situation. According to him, terrorism, violent crime in Nigeria do not target any particular religious group. Now, but there are some things that has happened in Nigeria that actually affects Christians. For example, Deborah, a girl that actually died, that was killed because of blasphemy in Sokoto, was a Christian. We have a woman that was actually killed in Kano too. She was a Christian. So we have a lot of crisis that stems from religious crisis. We have a religious crisis in Nigeria. There's no doubt to it. Unless if you wanted to live in denial, we wanted to deceive ourselves that we don't have any issue. We have a religious crisis in Nigeria. And for USA to come out to say, okay, Nigeria is Christians are suffering in Nigeria. It means that they have actually done their assignment very well. Because for USA to actually come and say there is problem here, and let's talk about it. Let's assume the USA does not actually talk about it. Will there any rush? Will there any commitment from the government? See, these are things that is happening that we tend to like ask, what has the government been doing since all this while when there's a lot of crisis? These people has been crying that they are killing them. Nearly will a day pass without you hearing the issue of crisis in Plateau. One village will surely be attacked. They will surely be buried somebody. If you look at it, it's not something that someone should be hearing at every time. Look at it. It's painful because it's not happening to us. We think that we are immune. No, we are not immune. Because if you look at it, no peace in the Middle East, no peace in the North Central, from Plateau to Benue to Taraba to Kogi State, even in Kwara State, you see a lot of. So to me, it is high time for government to actually, the federal government to actually come out clean and said this is the high time for us to fight insecurity in this country. Because if we keep on doing what we are doing, we will come to a stage where we will no longer have a secure. We are not even secure in the country again. We are not secure. So US is coming out and now they are running. Thank God, I know that USA might not actually come and attack anybody, because the news that has been coming out, everybody is saying this. USA is not really interested in this and that. The USA is only interested in our resources. Which resources? The resources you are not benefiting in. Tell me, the resources are you benefiting from the resources? Come Come on, let us face reality. The reality is that at least it puts the federal government on their toes to actually work on what is necessary. And what is necessary is the most important thing. The most important thing is the security of this country. If the security of this country is sorted out, uh, trust me, everything will actually has its place. But right now, there's no security. That is the fact. We don't need to deceive ourselves. Be Muslim, be Christian, everyone is actually being slaughtered daily. Nobody is supposed to die like a chicken, either a Christian or a Muslim. But we have a different version of people that was saying, oh, this and this and this is what the USA wanted. USA does not want, USA did not really wanted to come and help us. So we started stating the country that USA have actually went into to say they wanted to help, but it's eventually, see, we need to face reality. Our country is already failing. Nigeria is already failing. So it's high time for us to wake up call. So thank God that the federal government is on their toes now. At least let's have a lasting solution to this issue of security. See you in my next video, because this is the time for us, everyone, to actually lend their voice concerning the issue of security in Nigeria. Farmer cannot go to farm again. Everyone is actually affected. You and me is actually affected. See you in my next video.